How much? Yes. Slowly but surely the heavyweight will walk down their enemies. They will go wherever they please, even inside their enemies.
I'm inside of him.
Get in there. A challenger has arrived. The heavyweight isn't the smartest guy in the room, but when the time comes, he can stop a hunter hatchet with his dense face. If there is one thing that the heavyweight knows, it's that you gotta take damage to deal damage. Oh yeah! All day, man! All day! All day! Meanwhile, skilled players hiding behind cover. What did you say about taking damage? I couldn't hear you over me not taking any damage.
Well, so much on my shield.
There is absolutely nothing wrong with a tactical retreat every now and then, no matter how dense your head is. All day, man. All day, man. All day. All day. All day. Oh.
Mod slots used in this build will be displayed on the screen now. The minimum amount of explosive resistance that you should have is 20%, and try to get at least 50% protection from elites. The long-range weapon is a very good M1 Garand that has incredible damage at range. It has a talent called Rifleman. Rifleman increases your weapon damage by 10% every time you hit a headshot, all the way up to 50%. If you're not comfortable with using this, just use the talent called Ranger. The Scorpio shotgun is very good for tanking for two reasons. It has a damage buff for everybody in your group, which is 20%, and it has crowd control, which is good for your group and you and your shield. Because people aren't shooting at you actively because they are confused or shocked. Okay? Okay. The TDI card custom is a very tricky little pistol that has something special in the core attributes. It has a skill tier, which means, you know, the yellow thingy that gives you skill things. And then you can do skill things with it. Super good. More on that in tips and tricks. Hello? What do you want? I'm trying to explain this build. Ah, I see. Like and subscribe. The Catharsis mask, which, by the way, Catharsis means spiritual purification. Super relevant information here. Okay, let's get to the talent. Vicious Cycle. When you or your shield take damage, you get a stack of weapon damage, all the way up to 30% weapon damage. At which point it exceeds the 30%, it drops a heal, and that heal naturally heals you, and of course it has this little thing that removes status effects. So that means if you get blinded, you get shocked, you get any of these things, it removes it. And it has literally saved my life so many times. Not the heal per se, but it removes the status effects. I get freedom of movement. A Bellstone Armory backpack for that sweet armor regeneration. On top of that, a talent called Galvanize, and Galvanize gets activated by Scorpio's Shock or Confuse. And here's how it works. So when you shock an enemy, everyone within 20 meters of said shocked or confused enemy gets 40% of your armor. Everyone, including you, gets another 800,000 extra armor. Pointman, the man who points. No. Pointman is someone who goes on the forefront before everyone in a patrol. Pointman is the dude who gets shot. This is a real military term. James Dragov's Pointman chest piece has a talent called Perfect Vanguard. Deploying a shield makes it invulnerable for 5 seconds, which is, by the way, bullshit. If you look closely on my video, I got the shield blown off twice by a explosive drone while it was invulnerable. So I call BS on that, whatever. And grants 50% of your armor as bonus armor to all other allies for 20 seconds. And this is like they can be on the other side of the map, and this activates. Everybody gets 1 million armor. And again, the team survivability goes up. The team morale goes up. The pointman has done his thing. Pointman is the one who gets shot. Pointman gives everybody else morale. It's like, yay, I'm not getting shot. This is great. The improvised gloves, knee pads and holster do be having an extra mod slot. And to no surprise, I've stuffed them with protection from elites. And all of them have red attributes of critical hit damage and critical hit chance. Improvised gear sets can be crafted at a crafting station, and if you're having problems with it, just Google it. There are so many guides on how to make them. So, a viable specialization. Firewall is my go-to specialization because of team utility. The striker shield, which is the bestest shield in the game, I guess, in terms of damage and team utility, because you can buff your teammates' damage with it. And Firewall Tactical Link. Allies deal 10% damage to enemies that are within 10 meters of you. So basically when you're just tanking, you're buffing damage. Technician. But this, the Artificer Hive, boosts your shield efficiency and it repairs it. This, Dismantling. 12% damage to drones, skill proxies and robotics. Very good in legendaries. And the third one is the Survivalist. You know, this explosive bolt is capable of dismantling heavy gunner armor, as well as these rampaging robo-doggos. You get skill haste when you're in cover, and survivalist tactical link. Group members get 10% damage to targets with status effects, which happens more often than not because this build uses a Scorpio. Elite defense, 10% increased protection from elites, at which point this build will go to an 80% cap. The maximum of protection from elites you can have is 80%. Tips and tricks all day, man, all day! And back to the card custom pistol. Okay, here's the situation. 2 guys are dead, my revive hive has only 1 charge. I changed to the pistol, bada bing bada boom, it now has 2 charges. I bring them back from the Shadow Realm and I deploy my shield for that sweet extra 1 million hit points. Now if you want to be top DPS as a tank, that is doable. Just block everybody's damage with your shield. Stand in front of them. Don't let them do any DPS and you'll be topping that meter in a in a jiffy. Okay, don't do that. In fact, do the opposite. Try to stay very mindful about your positioning. There is nothing more annoying than a tank strafing left and right in a tight corridor when you're trying to deal 20 million DPS and it's impossible because you can't team kill your tank. At which point you wish that you could team kill your tank. The tank is a shot caller. Shot calling means that you're going to be using a microphone, like it or not. You have to use a microphone. Whenever there's a mob that needs to die, you call it out. This medic needs to die now. Kill the medic now. DPS on medic, kill this medic. That is how you're going to tell people, because the first time you say kill the medic, 50% of the people couldn't hear what you said. The second time, they wake up, hey, somebody said something in the microphone. And the third time, they're like, oh, yeah, now I hear, yep. Yes, this is pretty basic stuff in military comms, but works extremely well in video games. But wow, that was an excessive amount of talking. That was uncomfortable for me. Not a fan. Okay, that's it. I'm done talking.